What's going on, guys? In this video we are going to see a program that's going to find out whether the given array is acrostic or not. Now let's see what is acrostic is. Acrostic is when we have, like for example, if we have 3 by 3 matrix and 1 0, if you look at the position of 1 0 and 0 1, if both of them are same, then it's acrostic. Like if we compare everything, the opposite should be same. 0 1 should be equal to 1 0, and then 0 0 equal to 0 0. Then like if you think 1 1, it should be equal to 1 1, and 0 1 should be equal to 1 0. Like for example, I give an example of acrostic. Okay, here we can put 3 words. This is going to be, if you look at the location and compare these 3 words, the opposite of the location, like if it's 1 0, if you compare 0 1, it's going to be same. I give an example of that. That's going to be RAM and AM. It should be RAM and then AMA and then MR. If you compare these 3 words, location like 0 1 and 1 0, and then 0 0 and 0 0, 0 0 0 0 is going to be same. 1 1 1 1. If you compare these kind of, like the location like a matrix, it's going to be same. That's why we call this one acrostic. Okay, now we are going to see a program that's going to find out whether the given 3 words are acrostic or not. Here we are going to let the user decide how many input we are going to put, and based on the user's input we are going to put the input, and the program is going to find out whether the given input is an acrostic or not. Okay, now let's see how to do that. First I'm going to introduce some integer type of variable, because here to do the comparisons, here we are going to use 2D matrices, so we need some looping. To do the looping, I introduce variables I, j and n for the limit. The user is going to decide how many words he is going to put, and also to do the comparison and find out whether it's acrostic or not, I set a variable as k and I initialize that one with 1. Okay, first I'm going to introduce a character type of array. In this array I did I set the memory to 100. The user can enter up to 100 letters. Okay, 100, and this is a 2D array. It's loading. Okay, it's an online okay, 100 2D array. The next thing is we are going to give a prompt to the user to enter the limit. Okay, I put enter the limit. Enter the limit. To get the input from the user, we are going to use a scanf statement. Scanf statement. The limit is going to be integer type of variable, so we put %d, and whatever the value the user enter, it's going to be stored in n, so I put %n for storing there. Then I give another prompt. In this prompt, we are going to ask the user to enter the string. Printf enter the string, and the user is going to enter the string. String is more than one variable, so based on the user's input we have to run this one that many times to get the input from the user. So we have to use a loop right here. I'm going to use a for loop. Based on the user's input, it's going to run that many times. I is equal to 0 and the user's input is n right here, so we have to set the condition that's related to n. So I put I is less than n, and we do the increment by 1, I plus plus, and inside of this for loop we are going to get the input from the user. To get the input we use a scanf statement, and the user's input is a string type, so we put %s for that, and whatever the value whatever the string the user entered is going to be stored in the array, so we put ai for that, and that's it. Okay, now we have to do the comparison to find out whether the user's entry is an acrostic or not. That's our purpose for this program. To do that we have to create a nested for loop, because this is a 2D array, so we have to create a nested for loop to do the comparison. I copy and paste this one right here, and inside of this for loop we have to create another for loop. That's why we call nested for loop. In this for loop we are going to use the variable j. I initialize j with 0 and then set the condition j is less than n, and we do the increment for j by 1, j plus plus. Okay, inside of this nested for loop we are going to do the comparison. In this comparison we are going to see whether it's an acrostic or not. In acrostic, as we mentioned before, if it's I and j, like for example 0 1, it should be equal to 1 0, so it should be equal to opposite. If it's not equal to opposite, that's what we are going to set a condition for that. If it's not equal to the opposite is a ji. If it's not equal to opposite, then we set the k to 0. Okay, it's loading. I'm waiting. Okay, if the aij is not equal to ji, we set k is equal to 0. In that way we can see when k is equal to 1, it's going to be acrostic. When k is equal to 0, it's not going to be acrostic, because we set the condition k is equal to 0 when this ij is not equal to ji. If it's not equal, it's not an acrostic. That's why we set the condition like this to figure it out. Okay, now based on this one, we are going to create another if statement. If k is equal to 1, here we are going to just create if else statement. If k is equal to 1, it's definitely acrostic, because if it's not equal, it should be 0. If it's equal to 1, it means this is equal, these two are equal. That's why it's coming out of this one and coming here. If k is equal to 1, k is remaining 1 because it's equal. Okay, so if k is equal to 1, it means it's acrostic. I give a printf statement. In this printf statement, we are going to say given array is acrostic, and else, if k is not equal to 1, it means else it's not acrostic. So we can say just printf, copy and paste it right here, and I put a curly bracket, is not acrostic. Okay, now we have done this coding. Now let's go ahead and run this one. Okay, enter the limit. I'm going to try this one, RAM, AMA, MAR. This is an example of acrostic. So I put 3 for that, because if I put 3, this is going to be 3 by 3 matrix. So we can enter RAM, AMA, MAR. Okay, I put 3 and enter the string. I put RAM and then AMA and MAR. Given array is acrostic. It's printing as given array is acrostic. Now let's try something that's not acrostic. For example, let's say SAM and R. I first should give the limit. Let's put 3, and let's say SAM, RAM and MAR. This is not acrostic. It should print given array is not acrostic. So you can see this is giving us whether these strings are acrostic or not. Okay, and that's how we do that. I hope you guys find this video helpful, and if you are trying to access these codes, it's in my blogger. I put the link of my blogger in the description, so you can go ahead and access them. And also, if you are trying to learn C or C++ programming, there are a bunch of videos in my playlist. I hope you guys watch that too, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.